Hi, everyone, and welcome to season 3, episode 1 of High Scores, High Stakes podcast,
We're
the
back.
pod that's kick flipping its way into its third season. I'm your host, as always, Mr Luvva Luvva, and with me are my co hosts.
Can't believe we're still here. Season three.
I
I'd be back at
know.
this far. Cardinal here. Good to see you.
Beautiful stuff. Tomahawk here. I was gonna say welcome back. It's good to be back, but lover, we're always here. We never go away.
We've never been away, not for a single episode. Well, not me, anyway. You guys
100%
have.
record. That's intact.
Intact. Third season. The streak continues. It'll probably never stop. Let's be honest here. So, season 3, gentlemen, this is a big
Joyous
one.
occasion. This is it.
Take
Happy.
us there.
It's our
This
anniversary as well.
It is.
It
It
is.
is. It's almost to the day. It's almost the day. I think our anniversary is actually tomorrow, which is the 27th of February. But yeah, our anniversary. What a way to go. What a way to go. It's almost as if we've planned this, but we absolutely have
Not a
not
chance. Would
planned
be like
this
us to
at
plan
all.
anything in this
No.
podcast. A year of just cobbling our way through the visual and audio.
Yes. But here we are. Here we are, season 3. This is we've got through the tricky second season, as people would say, and now we have to really hammer this home. How are we going to make season 3 bigger and better? The same way we always do, by playing bigger and better games. So we'll get into what is High Scores, High Stakes, just in case there's some first time listeners there. So, High Scores, High Stakes is 4 friends competing against each other in PlayStation games. Every week we pick a new game and we create a challenge inside that game. And we compete in the league table. First place gets 3 points, second place gets 2 points, third place gets 1 point, fourth place gets 0 points. It'll run for 12 weeks, and we do have our schedule nailed in. It is ready to go. So make sure you're keeping an eye on our social media platforms to see the full schedule. It should be going up relatively soon, Tom, I think. Yeah.
In and around time of release. So we should be looking at early in the week. Yes, all
Yep.
being well.
Yep. So keep an eye on our social media platforms to see what the full schedule of the game is, what you can expect from season 3 of High Scores, High Stakes. And I hear the burning question from all of our listeners right now: where can we find you on social media? Well,
There.
it's nice and easy now. So it is highscoreshighstakes.com. On the top of the page, it loads up. You will see a whole load of logos and icons. There's Twitter, there's Twitch, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's Discord. Just click them and it'll bring you straight to wherever we are on the internet. It is the easiest way to follow us and the easiest way to find us. So make sure you get over there. This year, I'm going to introduce our first big change of the season, gentlemen, right now. Are you ready? Are you holding on to your butts? Because this is a big one. Spotify has kindly created polls and questions that we can add in the description below if you're listening on Spotify, right? We have been using it for 2 seasons now, but we haven't been using it particularly well, in my opinion. And I have been listening to a podcast and I like what they do of it, so I'm going to steal their idea. The podcast will remain nameless because I don't want to get angry text messages from this person. so so what we're doing is every week there'll be a question of the week and it will be in the description below, and there'll also be a poll of the week. The question and the poll of the week will be totally related to the game we have just played. So for season one, episode 1 of season 3, we are playing our challenge game for tonight is Tony Hawk Pro Skate. So it is. We are doing a speed run of the warehouse level of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. And our question of the week is a nice, easy one just to get everyone warmed up. So do give an answer to this one because it's nice and easy. And the question of the week is, which song from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 is your favourite song? Let us know in the question of the week. The poll of the week this week is a doozy as well. It's a nice, wee, simple one as well. Is which game has the most iconic soundtrack? And you're going to have 3 choices here, folks: Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Crazy Taxi, or Gran Turismo 3 Spec. Let us know. Cast your votes. All you have to do, if you're listening on Spotify, is open the description and scroll down. The questions are there. Quick wee type, quick wee click, and it's all done. And it does help us out a lot as well. So, in
So,
record time, that is a whirlwind into season 3. I haven't even caught my breath yet. And I'm going
Beautiful.
to catch my breath now by asking Cardinal, what are you playing?
Can't believe we made it season 3. Why are we still putting this out here?
Why are people
Incredible.
still
We haven't
listening?
got
It's
cancelled.
incredible.
Never mind that.
More people are listening. That doesn't make
It's-
sense.
know.
It doesn't make sense, but thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you. Yes.
And welcome new listeners. Tell your friends.
Sure, like what am I playing? This week I am carrying on with Final Fantasy 16 and
Ooh.
the journeys of Clive Rushfield. And
What a
it's
name.
Unreal.
I just
Big
love the
Clive.
way Square went. We have this epic RPG set in medieval times. It's Game of Thronesy. What should we call the main character? And someone in the back, just as a joke, was like, Clive? And they're like,
Get that
Promote
man.
that
a
Literally
promotion.
all the characters. It's like Clive, Sid, and Gav. And like
in defense
It's
of
incredible.
Sid is a recurring character.
he
Well,
is.
in
He
a
is.
sense, the name.
In a sense, the name carries through every Final
Yes.
Fantasy. But
Yes.
it does fit in to the category of names as Clive and Gav.
Single syllable.
I'm
names.
yet to meet a Dave, but I'm sure there's one in there.
This is like Pub Punters Fantasy 16, more like.
I was just thinking, isn't in Fallout 3, isn't there the Vault of Dave? Is it Dave? Where everyone just is called Dave,
Dave.
and that's all they say. Is Dave.
Absolutely,
It
Dave
does sound
Mendes.
very familiar.
By the way, Final Fantasy
Anyway.
16 Cardinal.
I'm 15 hours. I played it, and my
Whoa.
PlayStation tells me I am 50% through the
Wow.
game.
Okay.
Okay.
And the question is, how good is the game, Cardinal? Because I
I-
think after I played the demo, I think I said this has Game of the Year written all over it. I was wrong. It wasn't even. I don't even think it was nominated.
Not even
but
nominated, I don't think.
I
was
think
Luvva
that-
wrong?
I think it is a very good game. I really like it. I think it's a big return. It's a remaking and return to form of that Final Fantasy series.
Mm-hmm.
I think it slows down after the demo and the opening couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect it's going to ramp up
Yes,
like any kind of story again near the end.
of course.
I'm enjoying it. That's why I'm still playing it. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to absolutely tomahawk it by finishing it.
That's it. It's
Wowzers.
gonna be. We're gonna be at episode 9 here, and be like, I'm still Final Fantasy 16. I just can't seem to stop.
No, I didn't say I'd share it.
I was
No,
gonna say,
Chariot would be getting through most of the campaign and then going, I still haven't got my broom. There's no brooms in Final Fantasy.
He
But
still
there
hasn't
we
got
are.
his broom. Maybe he has got his broom. We have to ask him. Hashtag where is Sherry? Find
where
Sherry.
is Sherry? Find Sherry. If you see Sherry, take a picture of him in the wild, and we'll give you a Steam code or something.
We're kind that way. We just care about Sherry's welfare. But that's it from me.
Final Fantasy 16. Well, since Cardinal's done, and it was very informative, I've learned an awful lot from about Final Fantasy 16 in that conversation. Thank you very much, Cardinal. Tomahawk, tell me, what are you playing?
See, I think I've been caught up too much in the art. Like what am I playing this week has been very few and far between. But what I've been playing is I've been committing a lot of time to this, and Love it, you'll back me up on this. I've been
Mhm.
twitching Bloodborne
Mhm.
still, much to my deteriorating mental health.
I mean, to be fair, I've seen worse first playthroughs of Bloodborne. You're steaming your way through it. You're going through it at a good rate. To be fair to you, you're not far from the end.
That's it. I mean, what we're currently at
night-
not Macintosh. What do you call him? The
Mikolash,
Macintosh
Steve Jobs. What?
Mikolash, ruler of the nightmare.
ruler of the nightmare. So, but what I think has been brilliant about this game is that it has been testing me in every aspect of the combat, every aspect of everything about a FromSoft game. You know, even to learn what the items do, learn the description of all the items, and be able to utilize that in throughout every map and every terrain that you sort of come across. This boss is a bit interesting because it's such a slow burner compared to hack and slash, a creature that's the size of the arena.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed I never went to this game 9 years ago when I'm pretty sure I day one this.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
Died. I'm pretty sure I day one it. Died the first 600 times in Great Yarnum.
Yep.
and then just went, I like it. I may never ever finish it. So Twitch has offered this like solution where I've had to play through it,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed when I used to stream regularly is Twitch creates accountability in your gameplay. Where
Yeah,
if you start a
absolutely.
game online, you have to only play it online, and if you want to play that game, then you're streaming it, and you're just more likely to complete games that way. I mean, Twitch dragged me through Bloodborne. Twitch dragged me through some of the more frustrating parts of Alien Isolation and stuff like that. It does
Uh-huh.
give you the sense of accountability, but you are near the end of it. I think you only have after Mikolash. I think there's 2 mandatory bosses.
Okay. So we're not too far off anyway. So
Hmm.
that's been the main bulk of what I've been playing this week. But I think between that, I'm subsidizing a lot of lore reading in Bloodborne. I'm trying to kind of grasp of what the bosses are for and why the bosses exist and why the realm of nightmares
Exists.
is and why it's there exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of I'm getting homework. It seems at the end of every stream.
Yeah, the
I'm
lore's
living
Man's,
for it.
the
man's
lore's
committed.
mad. Like,
It's incredible. It's 10 out of 10, absolute 10 out of 10 game for me. And we were talking before record. There's been rumor and chat about a 10-year anniversary remake,
mhm.
but balls in Sony's court. They own the IP, so who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were saying beforehand if that is true, because there's this rumor's been swirling for years. They're gonna miss the anniversary, but
By
if they
some
get it
stretch.
in the same year, all is forgiven. Just make sure
That's
they
it.
remaster the old Hunters DLC because it is the best part of the game, in my opinion.
Okay.
The old Hunter
I'll
DLC is
probably
amazing.
dip into that actually.
Yeah, well worth it. Well worth the price of admission for the old Hunters. So it is. And then that brings me to me then. What am I playing?
Indeed.
I have been playing not much
What
to
are
be
you
fair. I have been playing Tomb Raider remastered still. I am
Oh,
working my way through that. I finished Peru and made it into the second area. His name escapes me. I think it might be Egypt. I can't
Bolivia?
remember. No, it's Greece, ancient Greece. I'm in Greece, and I am on the St. Francis's Folly level. And that's the one where you go into a central room and you have to climb up and down a tower in the middle of the open doors and you go into
Okay.
puzzle rooms. That level is brutally hard. Brutally hard. I mean, the first thing that happens is you have to open the door to get to that room. But when you pull the lever, I got 3 gorillas just charge me and absolutely massacre me. I couldn't even get my shotgun out to kill them. They were on me. They killed me instantly. And the amount of times in that room I have fallen to my death just trying to get to the next lever to open the next door. It's mad. It's a good game. Really, really good game. It is.
Looks super fresh as well, even with
Yeah.
the like it's not a massive bump up, but it's a lovely, lovely
Yeah, I would say it brings the graphics to about early PlayStation 3 sort of level. It looks like a more refined version of Tomb Raider Anniversary.
and
Okay.
that's 2 generations of
A
console.
full 2 generations, yeah. It
Hmm.
I love the little switching mechanic because every time I go to a new room or a new area, that's the first thing I do is what room is this? What room? Well, I remember this from the PlayStation 1. Just hit the button and it shows you. It is a world of difference in the graphics. It might not look super impressive by today's standards, and it doesn't, but it still is a really good looking
But when you're
game.
comparing to OG
Yeah,
to what they've done, yeah, it's
massive
quite
jump.
a large jump, and I think it looks so much brighter as well, and just
Now that's the
adds a
thing.
breath of fresh air on it, doesn't it?
That's the thing. Um, it uses 2 different lighting engines. So the old version uses the old baked in lighting, and the new version uses kind of more like global illumination. So the newer version is actually really bright in lit areas, but when you leave those and go into the shadow, it becomes almost impossible to see anything.
Okay.
So I'm finding myself in the Lost Valley level, which is the one with the big T Rex. If you go into some of the caves in there and with the new graphics on, you can't see anything. So I had to switch to the old PlayStation 1 graphics just to be able to see because the lighting engine is different. But the fact that it's rendering both
Amazing.
engines at the same time, still running at 60 frames a second on the Steam Deck, it blows my mind. It's incredible. It's a really good game. Another thing I will say is you're in the Lost Valley level again. You're collecting machine cogs. Some of them are really difficult to see with the new graphics, like really
Okay.
difficult. Now it's not that big an issue because they have added that item locator thing. So if you're close to an item that you're collecting or that you need, or if it's an interactable thing, when you're within
Yeah.
a certain radius, a little exclamation mark will appear, and then you can just go to it and then push the action button to pick it up. But yeah, it is. It's a really good game. It has its issues. It'll get fixed. There's nothing game breaking. There's nothing particularly annoying about it. Once you get your mind around tank controls of Lara Croft, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. Really good game. Loving it. Loving it.
Solid.
Loving it. So that means, with that said,
Loving Lara.
I think what we should do is leave the PlayStation 1 era just for a few seconds. We'll leave Tomb
Right.
Raider parked, and we'll get to the challenge game, which is, of course, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So let's go there.
What
now.
console's that on?
It was on everything. But let's get to the challenge game now. This is it, gentlemen. The first challenge of season 3, and it's a doozy. This is, of course, Champion's Choice. And I can't remember who's champion of season 2. Is it you, Tom? Are you champion of season 2?
Don't want to talk about it right now.
Ooh.
Cardinal, can you remember? You were champion of season 1.
Let me just check. That's the season. That's the season one.
You had that
logo.
too close to hand, Cardinal. Not gonna lie.
Of course, I'm the champion. Of course, I picked it, and I picked Tony Hawk Pro Skater. But we're not going to play the PS1 version because, well, it's 2024. All right, we're going to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 version. And as I said in the intro, this is a speed run of the warehouse level, which is, of course, the first level. But before we get into that, Tom, I want to know something. Tell me about the first time you played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, man.
You flirt.
Tell me
First
about
time I played Tony Hawk, I did play it on the PlayStation 1, actually. So the only level I ever never was any good at it.
it. So you've only ever played the warehouse?
I've only ever played the warehouse.
So you've only played the demo of it on the PS1, I'm presuming?
No, we played my cousin, but we basically only ever did
The warehouse?
the warehouse. The only other time we
Incredible.
did play any other game modes was I kind of want to go on a tangent here because the story that involves Andy Games, anyone who knows the podcast. Long story short, anyway, we were playing hide and seek, and he decided to hide behind the wardrobe, and the wardrobe tipped over him. So when we were playing Tony Hawk, the game mode horse was available,
Yes,
but you could change it to a custom word.
of course you could, yes.
So we changed the custom word from horse to wardrobe. So whenever Andy would lose, it would then show up going, "You are a wardrobe."
I hold on.
There's a lot worse you could change the word to.
I mean, we definitely changed it a lot worse than wardrobe. But hold on, right? This is the second time, right? Not including the episode he appeared in. This is the second time Andy Games has appeared in a story with Tom. And it's the second time something messed up has happened. You might recall, I think it was Christmas episode. He smashed your mum's lamp, and now he's wrecking wardrobes. This guy is a menace. Get him off the streets.
Like he can stick to speedrun all he wants. Just don't let him near household items.
It can't be controlled.
His streaming space is padded. There's absolutely nothing in it except his computer, his console, and padded walls. This man's a menace.
I that story has like lived rent free in my for the best part of 20 years now. So
I love it. I love it.
Stupendous.
uh,
What
so-
about you? Go ahead.
yeah, that
go
is
ahead.
my that
That's
is all
yours.
of my
Your story about Tony Hawk is Andy Games wrecking a wardrobe. I love it. Top art. Cardinals.
I can't top that. There's no
Beat
point.
that.
Listen, I know. I played the clean penguins out of the demo disc that came with the PlayStation magazine.
Yep.
And you got 10 minutes, and I was like speed run through the menu into the custom create your own skate park.
Amazing. Yes.
And I was like, boom, here's a half pipe, and just went to town for the next 9 minutes on this half pipe.
That
A
is
lot.
so- that
Played the
is
warehouse
amazing.
for a bit. one of my big memories of, because it was PS1 era, you go round to a mate's, or you could bring your memory card, you bring your disc, whatever, but you would just, they had a PlayStation 2, whoever it was, and you just, anyway, I had a mate who owned Tony Hawk, so I'd go round, cycle, go round there, pick up a controller, split screen, hawking, love it.
Amazing.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never owned it, and I'm not gonna, yeah, that's about the extent I've ever played.
The
it.
less said, the better. Then on that.
My first time playing Tony Hawk was the demo. It came on the PlayStation Disc 2, and I played the pure. I mean, that game. I would, if
Played the
PlayStation
beans
collected
off it.
play stats, I would dare say Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 warehouse level on the demo is probably my most played game on the PlayStation 1, to be fair to it. I did own the game though. I did own the game as well. The game was incredible. It was just brilliant. But I think but the only story I have by Tony Hawk is it was actually one of the very few games to influence me in real life. Tony Hawk Pro Skater is the game that made me go out and buy a skateboard and learn how to badly skateboard. I became a skater because of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. And I'm
I think that was what it was, though. It sort of inspired that like
100%.
generation of, and some people never let go. We were talking about like the actual speedrun stats, and some of the people on the leaderboard may have never let go of that lifestyle, really. So by their gamer tags,
100% not. I mean, this Christmas, Santa brought two of my kids' skateboards. And of course, I've been out on the skateboard quite regularly.
I hung around with a lot of people who were influenced that way and were skaters and everything and wore Vans shoes, whatever it was. They all like campaign for skate parks in the local towns and stuff, and it was all rejected. And we don't want these kind of people up. And we had signs up in parks saying no skateboards allowed and all
Yep.
this. Now, leisure centres and play parks have skating areas as of the last few years.
I know, mate.
that's
But those men are 40 years old now.
Well, they got what they wanted anyway.
I mean, that's it. I'm pretty sure Lisburn Police Station still has at least one of my skateboards there after they confiscated them, going up and down Bow Street.
Oh, brilliant!
But yeah, Tony Hawk, what a game! What a game! And we didn't even mention the soundtrack. I mean, is there a game that has a more iconic soundtrack than Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Crazy
I don't
Taxi,
know.
but
You, the viewers, tell us in the poll.
tell us in the poll. I would dare say Crazy Taxi gives it a run for its money, but the Tony Hawk soundtrack, I'm pretty sure, influenced a whole generation of young teenagers into pop punk and stuff like that. It's just incredible. You couldn't have one without the other in Tony Hawk, and it's not very many games you could say you separate the soundtrack. You can't separate it.
No, they go hand in hand, and they always have done.
I will interject, and I have just remembered that Grand Theft Auto Vice City had a lasting impact.
We'll add that to the poll.
Okay.
We'll add that to the poll. But yes, I don't think anyone expected Tony Hawk Pro Skater to be the success it was. I watched a documentary recently, Until the Wheels Fall Off, I think it's called, and it was about the development of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. And Tony Hawk tells a story in it about the first time he got his retainer check, I think the Americans call it, for, this is the money we owe you for using your name. And he said he went to that meeting expecting it to be like $500,000, and when he got the check, it was $4 million. And he's like, "What's what?
How did this happen?" Yeah,
we want to make more games, but that's what you owe you for the first one." And it made Tony Hawk a multimillionaire, made Tony Hawk a household name. But yes, our challenge is a speed run of the warehouse level. Just do all the challenges as fast as you can. That is it. So I'm expecting this to be a fast and furious challenge. So for the first time in season 3, Cardinal, let's hit that play button, mate. This is it. As I said, we're playing Tony Hawk warehouse level speedrun, and it is all the challenges. The run order for this is, we thought it'd be fun to do the reverse league order from last season. So the first one we're watching is Sherry's. The second one we're going to be watching is Cardinals. The third run is Tomahawks, and the last run will be mine. So you could say we're going to go from the worst to the best because that's how it's going to play out. Because this is going to be the easiest championship retention you've ever seen in your life, gentlemen.
Steady.
So in the warehouse level, there's 10 challenges, but we'll talk through them as we watch because I'm just seeing the runtime of Sherry's run. We have all the time in the world to get through what we have to talk about here. So let's
Oh,
just
dear.
hit that play button and see what Sherry has done here. I mean, I think we can all tell this. It's nearly 4 minutes long. So he starts with a big rail grind, 50-50 it,
Done.
nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Straight off with a. I think the first thing is though, he takes the fumble and does sort of nothing with it. Like my runs, I definitely reset about 600,000 times if I didn't hit a jump perfectly.
Yeah,
Really?
it would have been the same. The amount of times I restart it after 1 or 2 seconds and missing a jump or missing an icon or something like that is mad. So it is. Also, when you fall, if you tap the X button, your character gets up faster and you can go again
Really?
quicker. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I wish I
Yeah.
knew that now.
Furiously tap the X button and your
It's the
character will.
glitch. The glitch just gets me, and it is a run killer. To be honest, it's the one mechanic in this game I wasn't mad keen on. To be honest.
What
It's
do you
funny,
mean?
I don't remember
So whenever the
this
character
sort of
falls,
effect.
so whenever the character falls, if you just let the animation run, he'll
Yes.
glitch and then go
Mhm.
back into a standing position, and it just kills any and all momentum that you have gathered, any speed that you had built up, and it can make or break your runs basically.
Yeah, it can do. Yeah. So right now, Sherry's looking. He's not so bad. He's got the high score. He's got the boxes. He's got the hydrants, I think. He's also got skate. He's 50-50 the big reel, and now he's going for the pro score and the six score.
Oh, that was lovely. That
Yeah.
Oh, they do that.
Ah, and then he's falling again.
the problem I think he's having is yes, he's nailing a lot of moves, but I think what this level sort of demands is the ability to be able to chain a lot together.
Yeah. Yeah,
And that's
100%.
kind of what's letting him down on the score front because chain a lot more together. He's getting his high scores up much quicker.
That's not a bad combo, that 15,000. But yeah, there is way. There you go. He's figuring out his special moves as well. Which he has. That's his first one, the whole run. Yep. He's figured
What
out what.
on earth is this?
Yeah,
He's doing
there's
handstands.
yeah, there's special moves. Every character has their own unique special moves. So
What
they do.
on earth?
Will
He's flying
fully
about.
admit in this challenge, I never hit a special move once. I just thought that I wasn't for the mechanic doesn't change, the button input doesn't massively change per rider, but I think for the purpose of this, it needed to be fast, it needed to be quick, and sometimes the sometimes the animation or sometimes the actual like move requirement needs far more airtime than I'm willing to sacrifice.
Yeah, that's the thing. You, in my opinion, you want to be spend the less time you spend in the air, the better, because going through the air is one of the slowest ways to move in the game. So it is.
Well,
But I
that's
tell
it.
you
He's
what,
got the
that's him.
score. He's hit 100K.
But he's missed a box, and he hasn't seen that it's down beside the half pipe at the rail before the quarter pipe. And now he's looking because he knows where they are,
But
but he
he
just doesn't
kind
know
of gets
which one he's
lost in.
missed.
He seems to get lost in his scoring that he's not looking for the locations of items,
Yep, and he
and
would have
he's
seen it
missed it
there. He
again.
would have
He's
seen it
got it.
there.
He's just got it there now.
So he knows where it is. Now it's just a matter of doing it. And that is it. So Sherry's time was 3:44. So, yep, that brings us to the end of Sherry's run then. So, I forgot to mention at the start, actually. So, obviously, we're going for a speed run, but we're also going to throw in a bonus point for the highest combo in the current run. So, the run of that has been submitted, we're going to go with the combo for then. So, that means Sherry scores then. So, Sherry finished his speed run in a time of 3 minutes, 44 seconds. And his highest combo in that run then was 14,588, which is all right. The time is, I don't think it's going to be a winning time. We'll put it that way. So I don't,
I
but
mean, If nothing, he's currently
The
first.
first.
He's
He's-
first in every metric.
He is. He is, but can he keep it like that? That is the real question. So I think Cardinal, your run's next, mate. So let's hit the play button on that. Run number 2. It's Cardinal. So Cardinal, you can talk us through what your whole plan was for this run. What was your plan? Did you have anything planned out other than I'm going to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Let us in your mindset. You don't know what we're doing because we have a
Yeah.
rule. We don't look at each other's runs, so
true.
we don't
It's
know what each other's doing. So we don't know if what we have is enough. So what were you thinking here then? Tell me.
What I was thinking here? Okay, well, I was told that part of the challenge was we were doing a speed run of Tony Hawk's Warehouse, and then I go to download Tony Hawk's, start to play it. Where's the speed run section? And then I find out you need to complete the level, finish all the challenges to
Yes.
unlock the speed run. And I give it a go, and I'm like, this is very difficult. And then I start to realize I can't complete the challenges on this first level of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. And I ask permission, can I just give the level a go? So I pick a new skater, Bucky Lasek,
Yep.
and I'm going to try and just compete with the 2-minute timer to
Okay.
complete as many challenges as possible.
Okay. Okay. So
Fit that time.
is it fair to say that because you couldn't complete the level, that you haven't completed the level in this run? Talk us through it. Talk us through it. I'm
No.
really curious. You need to explain this run because I don't think me or Tom are capable of. Now, I've seen about 20 seconds of this run,
We've been proofreading, yeah.
but just at the start, so I don't know what your score is. I don't know if you complete the whole challenge. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I watched about 20 seconds just to make sure that everything was above board. So go on ahead,
Okay.
hit play button, Cardinal, and talk us through
play.
your speed
I
run.
I don't want to spoil too much, but if I completed all the challenges here, I would have then re-recorded and gone into the speedrun mode.
Well,
Yes.
we've gone
start off-
straight into we've got straight into the rail at least anyway, so that's
One down.
Yeah,
One
and you
down
got-
Tomahawk.
you've got a
exactly.
hydrant
And I'm
as
trying
well.
to get this A. I'm trying to get this A. Now I'm trying to get this box. You know, I've got things to do. Face plant that box.
That is one way of getting the box.
You see, I know what I have to do.
You
I
did
just need
all
to
right.
do it.
it's not the speed and power we've known to expect from this from our speed runs in previous challenges. I'll say that much.
And,
No,
and,
not
and
at
you know
all.
what? What else is I don't know where things are. But I've had a practice go or two, and I am giving this a go. I've missed that box. That's disappointing.
I just
But-
want to say something in this. If you just give it a second of quiet, is it not something really eerily? I know it's about the share function.
Yes.
It takes away the music, but how haunting does like an empty warehouse of Cardinal just smashing stuff to bits sound?
I know it is kind of strange that I like that though that you start streaming from your PlayStation or if you're recording that it strips all the copyright out, which is good. Saves you a nightmare on Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah.
But so far we've done quite a few challenges here, Cardinal. To be fair, that's the hydrants done. I mean, you're nowhere near the high score challenges. That's your thing. You've missed the boxes there as well. But you've got T. All you need from Sk8er is the K, and it's the easiest one to get. So we're doing.
Well, we're
You're
going
going
to
for
try
the
and
score
get a few points.
with
Or we're going to try at least.
6 seconds on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to do it here. Thomas could be a DNF.
Oh,
Well, let's see how we did. We
Got high
over
score.
10,000 points.
5
We
hydrants.
got the
done.
hydrants. We got the big reel. Well done, me.
That seemed like you achieved a lot more in that run than what you actually did. So it does. So
I didn't have
Cardinal.
I didn't have the 3 minutes 44 that Sherry had to play with.
No, because Sherry had the speed run mode unlocked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a DNF. That's a did not
I think-
finish. I think it's the first
That's not
in
a
history.
DNF.
That's 100% a DNF.
My best combo was 5,458.
We can't, in good conscience.
It's on the
Give-
grounds of we never finished any challenge. We did 3 of the 10 challenges, and also it wasn't the speed run section. What you've done is completed a meander through the warehouse.
That was my best effort.
I mean, that says more about your other efforts than it does this one.
I think that there might have been a breakdown in communications there, but also I think given the deadline looming, you have to submit something. So I applaud you for actually being able to submit something.
No,
on
I
the
don't
day.
accept that, and I'll grudge chip you if you go down that line. What happened here is a simple case of this is a skilled game that requires skill and finesse that I did not have. This is a skill set I do not acquire, unfortunately. So it's not a strong start, but that is 5,458 points that I will register as my highest combo. Thank you, sir.
I mean, I have your highest combo. I'm taking that. Okay, so for your time in finishing the challenge,
time was 2 minutes.
You don't have one because you didn't finish the challenge. I guess this is a first for high scores, high stakes. If someone has failed to complete the challenge, well done, Cardinal. It is a first. I'll get you a cup of that on the back of it, mate, for to join your other one.
It's all right, lads. I already got it for myself. The high scores, high stake.
Watching it. The
DNF complete the challenge DNF trophy.
And your obviously your highest combo then was 5,458 points, which means after 2 runs, Sherry is still first on time.
In uncharted territory here,
and he has the highest combo. Sherry is on course for a whopping 4 points, whereas Cardinals,
well done, Sherry,
locked in. Well, you're looking like you're going to pick up a 0, unless me and Tom also didn't finish the challenge and got a combo smaller than 5,500. I mean, it is possible. Well, I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just extremely unlikely.
It would make
I
for
would just like to say,
content.
I would like to say to the listeners, it's okay not to be okay at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1.
Would you like to apologize to anyone listening or watching, more to the point?
To Tony Hawk specifically, and he's here right now.
No,
I mean,
he stands by it. I have to applaud that.
I tried. I'm not. It's very difficult.
I mean, I'm just seeing what your best combo was there. It was a no comply jump into Japan.
I don't know what that means.
No, I don't know.
That is complete nonsense.
A no comply is a single tap on the up before you jump, which gives you a wee bit more height, and then a Japan is just Japaner. I mean, it's just a move. It's just a grab. But anyway, there's not even a rotation in it. But anyway,
when can we get to the racing games?
Jeez. Is Cardinal going to finish last this week? There only is one way to find out, and that is by going to our next run, which is, of course, the person who became runner-up in season 1. Oh no, season 2. Sorry, yes. Tomahawk. So Cardinal, let's get that run up. Run number 3, Tomahawk. Have you done enough, do you think, to beat Cardinal?
I think I'm a bit confident now that I've seen Sherry's and Cardinals. Yeah. I'm going off the back that I have a decent record at the speed runs in previous seasons.
Yep.
I don't want to say I'm resting on those laurels as proudly shows off his winner's cup and his DNF cup.
So you're feeling confident. You think you've done enough to go in at top of the table, would you say?
As it stands, we'll say not decided at once we see the final 4 results, really. But
okay,
as it stands, I'm feeling a bit confident in my ability, as the on the video would suggest.
Yes, the time does tell a story, its own story. But let's get into it, Cardinal. Hit that play button, mate, and let's see what Tomahawk has done. Tomahawk, I'm gonna let you talk what your plan was.
So basically, I think what I have done is I've gone for the hydrant and the box immediately at the higher up level. I noticed that Sherry and Cardinal both missed that. And I spent most of my time trying to make that gap in the half pipe and just try and make the transition to the other side of the warehouse as quick as I can. And I want my movements to be as quick and as seamless as possible. And this is where I think makes my run a little bit is I'm constantly getting the grind and the combos, and
Yep.
that's me hit the 100k in
Yeah.
30 seconds, no problem at all.
I mean, you're flying here.
Skate
It's
has been
ridiculous.
collected as well. The hydrants are done. The only thing I think that always caught me here was the finding an organic part to get the grind on the pipe done.
Yeah.
And as a quick check to see where I was,
Yeah.
as quick as we started, we are finished.
Yeah, you went into overtime there because you were doing tricks. So at the end of that, then your time was 50 seconds, pretty much dead.
I'll take that.
And
Well,
then your highest combo there was 116,679. So that means Tomahawk, you have jumped Cardinal's superb run. It will be a run that will go down through the ages of high score, high stakes lore. So you're now first in both. So right now you're sitting on a mighty 4 points. Now the question is,
yeah, that's it. It's can I hold on to it? I was quite happy with that. Obviously,
wow.
we've done. Time has passed since the original deadline, and we have done a few more. I've gone back and done a few attempts at this. I'm still pretty happy with that. I know that we're going by current run as opposed to best run, but I'll take that combo all day long.
I mean, that is a
big combo.
That is a fast time. So it is. Wow. Yeah.
The laugh is it puts you. I think when you check the worldwide score, it puts me in and around the top 5,000, which I think in terms of player base, that
good.
seems like an alarmingly high position.
It's a fast run, and keep in mind we're doing this with stock characters, so we haven't applied any skill points or nothing like that. These characters, these are the stock characters. That's a really good. It's a really good time. It's a really good combo too. To be fair, it is a really good combo. Yeah, I've got it all to do. So the question is,
we'll just get straight into it. I think there's not
I
really
mean,
much more to say. I mean,
there's no more preamble.
I think the key things is to know your roots and know where everything is, and it's finding because I struggled on several runs to either go, do I just try and leap the half pipe, or do I go via the secret tape and then work in a circle around that?
Yep.
I think it was 6-1 at the end of the day, really. I was still sort of hitting that 50-second time pretty consistently.
Like a lot of the challenges are on runs, but to try to link one run to get every challenge is a really difficult thing to do. But I thought you did really well there. That is a blistering fast time. 50 seconds. That is fast.
50 seconds and a half. 50 and a half seconds, yeah.
Now the good
I was a little worried when this challenge came out that the Champions Challenge wouldn't be that challenging for the champion, so to speak. But
it's a game. I mean, Tony Hawk. I've played every single Tony Hawk game that's ever been released, including Tony Hawk 5. It's a game I'm pretty confident in. I actually thought Sherry would be my biggest competition because me and Sherry used to play it flat out. We played through Tony Hawk 1, 2, and 3 a lot. But let's see how it goes. Your route was different to mine, Tom. I will say that.
Okay. I'm intrigued now.
It was different to mine. And you're
I think the big
right.
time save in comparison to Luvva or Sherry and Cardinal will say they both went down the ramp straight away and ended up having to come back up themselves to get the hydrant and the box. I think I learned that pretty quickly that you need to get those high level stuff pretty quick and sharp. It'd be the first things you get.
Yeah, they have to be the first thing you get because coming back up that ramp is an absolute waste of time.
These are the speedrunners, ladies and gentlemen. Listen and learn.
But it's not. It is not.
Onto our champions run here.
Let's go. The title retention starts here. But have I done enough to beat Tom?
It would be like us to start off with a bit of drama.
It would not. But here we go. Let's hit that play button, Cardinal. Yeah, so like Tom, I went for the high stuff first, but I also tried to get as much scoring opportunities as I could. When I was in the air, I wanted it to be productive. So my route is different to Tom's. So it is, and it is
that's lovely.
super clean. Just come down the ramp, get the tape, get the boxes, and then just start a grind and try to get that 50-50 grind on the long rail. That was a really difficult transition to make. The amount of times I messed that up and had to kill my run. And this is me now just going for the high scores. So it is just by doing the same thing Tom did, grinding those. And now all I have left is S, A, and T of Sk8er, and I'm done. And it is close because I'm on 45 seconds right now. And I messed up the A.
Oh dear.
Oh,
And that's it over. That is it over. In a time of 49 seconds.
do you mean to say there was 1 second?
Yes.
There's like
wasn't-
7/10 of a second there.
It wasn't even. I think it was like, yes, 7/10
7/10.
of a second in it. My highest
under.
combo was 73,344. But if you take a wee peek over to my best ever combo, it is 312,000. So it is,
Adding
yes.
that in for posterity.
So yeah, my run there, you can see the difference between me and Tom's is where he went for the T over the first rundown. I went for the secret tape because I thought if I get a secret tape, drop for the boxes, and then double jump onto the no comply, jump onto the top of the quarter pipe, and then just get her back around to the other side as fast as possible, get everything over the other side, and then you see when I ended my combo, I did a wall kick to get me to cover more ground to get me faster again for the
What
S, the A,
I'm
and the
very
T.
impressed with, it's that grind onto the big rail.
Yeah.
That I would never have seen that coming as a transition, because on previous runs I was going from the hydrant to the letter E and the box and trying to make that jump on the opposite side, and I think I was just it's
too far.
Yeah, you have to get the clip just right for the grind to activate that hitbox.
Yep.
But that's impressive.
Yeah, even for Tony Hawk, that jump from the other side on that rail is just too difficult to do it consistently. That, as I said during that run, like that transition from that quarter pipe onto the big rail is difficult, and you will mess it up maybe 4 times out of 10. You can get it consistently, but when you miss it, it is a nightmare to try to recoup the time you've just saved. But yeah, 49 seconds. 49 seconds. I have posted times since this. I think my fastest time now is like 48.2 with a stock character, and it puts me in the top 3,100. I think.
Far. I'm actually in the process. I'm just gonna boot my PS5 up here and load up my most recent time, because I was doing runs while we were chatting before record, and I hammered out a time just to think, let's see what we could do here. Like the results been and gone. There's not much that could have been said there, but I think I put up a time of like 46, 47 seconds. So just
it's mad. What a game. But yeah, I mean, what's to be said? As it was, it is, and that means we're going to have to go over the results here, gentlemen. So yeah, that's it. It's challenge 1 of season 3 done. And as I said, it's as it was in season 2, it is in season 3 with Luvva taking us all to task with the challenge. Who would have thought? It's the second time we've had a champion's choice. It's the second time the chooser has won the challenge. The second time in a row.
I think the win, doesn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it does. It's
about who you know.
That's it. That is it. But I think I was saying to you, Cardinal, during the week, that Champion's Choice is great because you can pick a game you're really good at and you think, I stand a really good chance of winning. But what you don't appreciate is you've chosen the game, you've chosen the challenge, and the pressure is on you to win it. I have not really felt much pressure with any challenge. Like, there's been challenges that have pushed maybe too far and sort of made myself stressed out just because I'm trying to improve something I can't. But with this one from the start, I was like, I have to win this because if I don't, it's a laughing stock. But thankfully, I did. So let's get to the results.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Colonel.
And you know why you feel you're worried about that? Because yous are mean people. Yous are mean and yous.
What you
But
want
you're
to do,
just right.
Cardinal, what you want to do is you want to post good times, good scores in every challenge every week. And the more confident you become, you can start hurling out the insults just like I do every single week on this podcast, baby. Just get good. That's it.
Get
As the
good.
kids say.
There
As
we
the
go.
kids say, yes.
As right. Let's get to the results, okay? So in fourth place this week is Cardinal _ Smith. And
Whoosh.
he's picking up 0 points because he didn't even finish the challenge.
The DNF
Sherry
trophy.
in third place is our boy Sherry, who we have yet to find. We might have dropped him down the back of the sofa and he's there with a couple of pound coins, like 20p's and stuff. But Sherry has come in third, which means he picks up the single point. In second place, then, a very, very, very close second, may I add, picking up 2 points is Tomahawk. But the winner of the challenge, as always, it's becoming tradition on High Scores, High Stakes. Luvva picking up big 3 points and going straight to the top of the leaderboard. But there is that little bonus point for the highest combo. And I just want to refresh everyone what the highest combo scores were. Cardinal's highest combo score was 5,500. Mighty. I mean, every journey starts with the smallest step.
First time, every time.
Sherry's biggest combo was 14,500. 3 times the amount of Cardinal, really. In second place was me with 73,000. That's because my mental maths was better than Tom's. But Tom has picked up the bonus point for the highest combo with a combo of 116,000. So that means at the end of episode 1 in season
done.
3, the league table looks like this. In fourth place with no points is Cardinal. In third place with 1 point is Sherry. In second place, because of alphabetical order, is Tomahawk. I've learned.
It's early doors. We don't have to go by challenge
That's it.
stage now.
So Tomahawk is in second place with 3 points, and I am top with 3 points by virtue of my name coming earlier in the alphabet than Tomahawk's. So, is there any final thoughts on the challenge or Tony Hawk's in general, gentlemen? Anything you want to say?
I genuinely love this challenge, and I don't think this game's leaving. As with all the speedrun challenges we've done in this, put me to the point of just about to not enjoy the game,
Mm-hmm.
but it's too fun for me to get annoyed at it for too long. Is the thing, is what's got going for it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I love Tony Hawk. I haven't played Tony Hawk. I bought this game on the PlayStation 4, and I 100% completed the game with every character. And when I installed up my PlayStation 5 for this challenge, I was like, I should really import my save from the PlayStation 4. But once I started doing the challenge, I was like, do you know what? I'll hold off on that save, and I might as well just do it all again. So now that is what I'm going to do from this point on. I have curiosity. What was your play times on it for the challenge?
Oh, we're looking at about 5 or 6 hours.
5 or 6 hours. What about you, Cardinal?
We're looking about 15, 20 minutes.
My playtime on Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I hadn't played it PlayStation 5 before this challenge, is 5 hours. And
Wow.
every single second of those 5 hours was spent in the warehouse level.
Yeah,
All of it.
sounds about right.
Just running. It was incredible.
It's a great game. And Tony
Incredible.
Hawk's is so unique and fun to play and pick up.
Yeah.
So
It's brilliant. It's timeless.
Yeah.
Absolutely timeless. And do you know what else is timeless? The wrap up section. Let's get there now.
Yo.
That is it. Another episode all wrapped up. The first episode of season 3. And if that hasn't whetted your appetite for what season 3 is going to bring, I don't know what will. Less than 1 second separating first from second. and the other two were somewhere in there. Apart from Cardinal, Cardinal's still trying to get the high score in the warehouse level. But yeah, that is us all wrapped up. We only have a couple more things to do here, gentlemen, and then we are free to continue our lives and get stuck into the next challenge. And the next challenge is going to be something a little bit different for us. We are going to do a 4-player battle in Brawl Holla. So straightforward, 4 players, 1 winner, just like this podcast. I can't wait.
It was born to be.
I can't wait. I have never played Brawlhalla, so
Me neither.
now I
No,
get to
me neither.
practice. Now I get to practice a new game. Can't wait. That's what this podcast is all about. So yeah, so episode 2 is going to be a 4-player fight in Brawlhalla. Nice and easy. Which means all we have to do is go back over where people can find us on the internet. And as always, you can find links to our Twitter, our Twitch, our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Discord servers, all at the top of the page of highstakes.com. Go there and find us everywhere you want to on the internet. Before you go and do that, though, make sure you scroll down, make sure you answer question of the week, and make sure you vote in poll of the week. And with all of that said, I've been Mr. Luvva Luvva. This has been High Scores, High Stakes. See you on Monday. Love you all. Bye.
Happy to say.
Bye.
Before we go for real this time,
Oh, we're
I forgot to say something. Our season-long challenge for season 3 is a doozy. It's going to be one to bring a smile to Cardinal's face after the absolute disgrace that was Tony Hawk Pro Skater speed running. What we are going to be doing for our season 3 season-long challenge is we are going to be playing a persistent match against one another in Civilization 6.
Another game I've never played before.
There can only be
He's
one
never
winner.
even heard of it.
He's never even heard of it. He doesn't know what it is. So we're actually going to go this time. So love you all. Bye.
Bye.